Hi, my name is Shannon Stucky, and I'm the Creative Director of Wellside Communications. Today I'm interviewing Simon Hunt of Simon D. Hunt Realty Group in one of his currently listed luxury homes in Southwest Calgary. How long have you been in business?
About 9 years now, a little bit over.
That's a long time for a realtor.
It is a long time when the average is about 2.
Why is that?
It's a pretty hard business for some people. There's a lot of costs involved in the business and how to run the business, and so it's a pretty high demanding job. There's a lot of hours. A lot of people don't have the envision when they first start that you're going to spend a ton of time and a lot of evenings, a lot of weekends, and you need some money to be behind you to be able to run the business effectively.
As one of the top realtors in Calgary and Southern Alberta, how do you differentiate yourself from all of the other people who work even out of your office?
Typically what we do is we spend more money than anybody else in the industry, and so 214 agents in my office, we have a fair bit of competition even inside our own office. But my philosophy is always to spend the money where it counts. We do a variety of things to try and get maximum value, such as we measure every home professionally with a professional floor plan. We stage every home. We use professional photographers for all of our listings, and we do virtual tours on every listing as well. Doesn't matter on every listing. Doesn't matter if it's a $60,000 mobile home we're selling or a $4 million luxury home. They're all done the same way. So every home typically will get staged with a stager, whether it's vacant or not. If it's vacant, we strongly endorse putting furniture into the property to make it look like a show home and feel like a show home. A lot of buyers can't see the vision of what it would look like with furniture in it. And if it's occupied by an owner, we'll have the occupant go through the property with our stager, and her job is to try and help the client understand what really needs to be done to make this house look and sound amazing and feel when people walk through it and give it a good presence of value. And so the more appealing it is, the cleaner it is, the less cluttered it is, it's going to have more impact on the buyer. Secondly, we also have all of our listings are professionally measured with a floor plan. It's custom colored, it's available online, it goes on the back of the feature sheet, and it's detailed. That floor plan really drives a lot of buyers in the door because they see something online and they kind of think that looks amazing, they need to see that. And then if they come through the home, they can actually pick up that brochure, take the floor plan home with them, and start determining where their furniture would go and if the layout would fit their needs. It has a dramatic impact to the buyer, and it really helps the other realtor as well. So there's a lot of realtors actually look for my listings to sell because I've eliminated any potential chance that they may get sued by having the wrong square footage. Because really the listing agent and the purchasing agent both have an obligation to the buyer to make sure that the square footage is accurate.
How often do you find that the square footage is inaccurate?
98.7% of the time.
That must be incredibly useful for people to see how much space they're actually going to get if they buy that property.
Shannon, I find it's one of the biggest key ingredients to how we market things differently. It's just part of our repertoire. It's just the way we do things. But it's a standard of excellence that we've adopted a long time ago, and this is the way we do things. We've done this ever since we started in the business.
So you have all these extra costs. Do you do all these extra steps to get all of your homes sold, like floor plans and virtual tours and signage and staging? But how do these costs make it to the customer?
Well, that's the interesting thing, Shannon. Those costs don't actually come to the customer. Those are things that every realtor should be doing, but quite often don't. So my standard is that's the minimum standard. So when we maximize the value at the selling price and get more than what the average is, that actually compensates for my client's costs.
Now you keep saying we. Tell me about your team.
Well, I have a team of about 7 individuals indirectly. So we have 2 full-time assistants, and I have 3 real estate agents as well, and then I have 2 part-time assistants on call. So we've got a dedicated team of 8 today, and we're always looking at growing at the same time. On top of that, we also employ about 55 people that are professionals in their industry to take care of all the little details. It can be whether or not we're an electrician in to change some wiring or change some light bulbs, heating specialists, I've got movers, we have the stagers we've mentioned, our sign people, our measurement team, our professional photographers that do the virtual tours and the photo stills, our advertising guys that do all the custom brochures. There's a lot of people behind us that help us do what we do. You gotta remember, we're trying to get the property sold as quickly as we possibly can. It's proven that if we do sell it sooner than later, it'll sell for more money. A stale listing always creates a problem, and so when you have a stale listing, they typically sell for less. So my thoughts are, let's maximize what we can. Let's get everything done that we need to do, and do it right the first time.
Sounds like a winning solution to me.
It works, and it works very effectively.
Well, apparently so. You're what, number 3 in Calgary now?
Number 3 in Calgary this year for 2012, and number 4 in the province. So we do a fair bit of industry.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come talk with me and to show me this beautiful house.
Shannon, we appreciate the opportunity. It's always a pleasure seeing you again.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
No problem. My pleasure.